Phoenix rising. The F-35 Lightning II. The call to action. Captain Maya Ember Jensen gripped the controls of her F-35 Lightning II, feeling the smooth hum of the jet as it cut through the Nevada skies. The bright, late-afternoon sun bathed the desert landscape below her in golden hues, the vast emptiness a perfect training ground for the elite pilots of the United States Air Force. But today wasn't just another routine training mission. Her instincts told her that something was different. The radio crackled in her ear, cutting through the hum of the engine. A cryptic message flashed across her heads-up display: Phoenix rising activation. Return to base immediately. Her heart skipped a beat. The voice that followed belonged to General Lyle Carter, a seasoned veteran with a reputation for keeping things close to the chest. Captain Jensen, report to Area 51. Phoenix Squadron is being activated. Your mission begins now. No more details over open comms. Get back here ASAP. She banked the jet into a sharp turn, her mind racing as she executed evasive maneuvers with practiced ease. Phoenix Squadron, the name alone sent a shiver down her spine. It wasn't just another squadron. It was a select group of the best pilots, specially trained for top-secret operations. And it was clear, based on Carter's terse words, that this wasn't just about defending America, it was about something far more critical. The skies ahead were clear, but Maya couldn't shake the feeling that the calm before the storm had arrived. The Phoenix Squadron. By the time Maya landed at Area 51, the base was on high alert. The familiar sight of hangars and military vehicles was overshadowed by the tension in the air. Armed guards stood at attention, and tech specialists hustled across the tarmac, loading and unloading various aircraft. Maya entered the briefing room to find her fellow squadron members already assembled, their faces serious, reflecting the gravity of the situation. Captain Gabriel Hawk Daniels, the squadron's lead pilot, greeted her with a firm handshake. Hawk had a reputation for being fearless, almost reckless at times. His precise maneuvers had made him a living legend in the Air Force, but Maya had always respected his unyielding commitment to the mission. Next to him was Lieutenant Avery Echo Scott, the tech genius. Avery was the quiet type, often glued to his gadgets and systems. His knowledge of electronic warfare and AI integration made him invaluable to the squadron. Sergeant Derek Viper Holt was a tactical expert, specializing in bombing and ground support. His face was etched with years of experience, and his eyes had the look of someone who had seen the worst that war had to offer. Finally, Lieutenant Sarah Mirage James sat in the corner, her eyes scanning the room. As the squadron's reconnaissance officer, Sarah could read a situation better than most people could read a book. Her ability to spot potential threats from miles away had saved the squadron more times than anyone cared to count. General Carter entered the room, his stern face betraying no emotion. The moment he spoke, the room went silent. We've received confirmation of an anomaly in the Earth's atmosphere. Something is coming, something we can't explain. The alien ships have entered our airspace. Their technology is far beyond anything we've encountered, and they're not here for diplomacy. They're here for resources, to survive. We must stop them before they tear our world apart. The team exchanged grim looks. This wasn't just about defending borders, it was about the survival of the human race. The F-35s you're flying today are modified with cloaking technology, advanced AI navigation, and electromagnetic pulse EMP weaponry. These aircraft are humanity's last line of defense, Carter continued. We need you to go into the heart of the alien fleet and eliminate their command ship. The fate of the world rests on your shoulders. Maya's pulse quickened as she nodded, her eyes steely with determination. There was no room for doubt now. This wasn't just a mission, it was a battle for the future of humanity. In the first strike. Hours later, Maya and her squadron were airborne. The Phoenix rising her F-35 Lightning I felt like an extension of herself, a machine as powerful and agile as the pilots who flew it. Its sleek, angular design was a sight to behold, but its real beauty lay in its modifications: laser-guided weapon systems, cloaking devices, and advanced targeting technologies. The Phoenix Squadron was flying into uncharted territory. General Carter's voice came over the comms: steady as ever, you are heading straight into the heart of the alien fleet. Stay sharp, stay focused, and remember, the mission comes first. Suddenly, the sky erupted in flashes of light. Alien ships, shimmering like translucent discs, streaked across the sky in formations that defied physics. The moment had arrived. Maya's instincts kicked in. The first shot came from an alien vessel, a bolt of energy that ricocheted off the Phoenix Rising's shields. Maya engaged in evasive maneuvers, her hands working the controls with the precision of a seasoned pilot. As the alien ships closed in, she deployed her first missile, striking one of the smaller enemy drones. It exploded in a fiery burst, but Maya knew this was only the beginning. On her comms, she heard Hawk's voice, "Stay with me, Ember. We've got this." But it wasn't that simple. The alien fleet had been watching humanity for years, preparing for this very moment. Their ships weren't just advanced, they were alive with strange biomechanical energy, capable of regenerating after sustaining damage. As Maya fired another missile, her Phoenix Rising suddenly shuddered. Something was wrong. A wave of disorienting energy blasted through her cockpit. Her vision blurred, her head throbbed. The aliens weren't just attacking with weapons, they were manipulating the very air around them. Echo's voice came through the comms. Tinged with urgency, "They're using psychic waves to destabilize our systems. We need to break through their signal interference." But just as the team was beginning to strategize, the ground below them began to tremble. Alien ground troops, humanoid, towering figures began descending from the sky, dropping onto Earth's surface with horrifying precision. The stakes had just been raised. The fight was no longer limited to the skies, it was everywhere. Rising from the ashes. Days of intense combat followed. The squadron faced countless alien attacks from above and below, and the losses were mounting. Viper had sacrificed himself in a final act of bravery, taking out an alien command center with his last missile before his plane was destroyed. The tension among the remaining pilots was palpable. Each mission felt like it could be their last. Maya, haunted by the loss of her friend, pushed forward. She was no longer fighting for glory or duty. She was fighting for survival, for the memory of the fallen. Echo had uncovered a horrifying truth: the aliens were refugees, fleeing a dying planet, but they were scavengers willing to destroy anything in their path to ensure their survival. They had been studying Earth for centuries, waiting for the right moment to strike. This knowledge fueled Maya's determination. The enemy was not just invading, they were exploiting humanity's resources, and the fate of the Earth depended on their ability to stop the invasion at its source, the alien mothership. The final stand. With the alien fleet now in orbit above Earth, the Phoenix Squadron launched a final assault on the mothership. Maya and her team flew into the heart of the alien fleet, prepared to risk everything. They were going to destroy the mothership using the solar flare, a weapon capable of channeling the energy of the sun itself. It was a one-way mission: success or failure. The squadron knew they were not coming back. The final battle was brutal. Alien ships surrounded them, firing energy blasts and using psychic warfare to destabilize the pilots. But with every blast that struck the Phoenix Rising, Maya felt a fire ignite within her. This was not just her battle, it was humanity's. As they neared the mothership, the squadron released the solar flare. Time seemed to stretch as the missile flew toward the alien ship. Maya held her breath, her eyes locked on the target. With a massive explosion, the solar flare detonated, obliterating the alien mothership in a blinding flash of light. The shockwave ripped through space, sending the remaining alien ships spiraling into oblivion. The battle was won, but at a great cost. The Phoenix rises again. Maya stood before the wreckage of the alien mothership, the remnants of Phoenix Squadron's final victory. Earth was saved, but the cost was high. The squadron had lost friends, comrades, and a part of themselves in the battle. Yet, they had proven that humanity's resilience could rise from the ashes. The F-35 Phoenix Rising had become a symbol of that spirit, one that would endure for generations. But as Maya gazed into the horizon, she knew that the fight for Earth's future was not over.